Welcome to the Midwest Happy Hour. We're your hosts, Lacey and Haley.
Join us for a drink and a chat with a new Midwest small town perspective on topics that will keep you learning, laughing, and growing.
So let's get into it. Cheers!
Is everybody ready for a quickie in the middle of the day?
I am. Jeez Louise, what's happening?
Get her going, man. Get her tuned in.
Yep. Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back.
It's a beautiful Tuesday day.
Tuesday. We're having water.
Cheers. Stay hydrated.
Because originally we were going to do this or try to record while Graham was at preschool, and we only had Graham, but Graham was a little whiny today, and Flint was like, I think we can make it work. But, I mean, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, so, but now it's 12:20-ish.
It's not quite beer 30 because I still have shit to do. I got to go mow Phyllis's lawn, and I want it to be straight.
I still have kids to take care of and a baseball game to go to. So.
Oh, that's right. I know it. I hear we're having Canadian wildfire smoke again.
Oh, is that why it's foggy? I just assumed that it was like
cloudy.
Because it did rain yesterday.
Yeah,
it was yesterday.
I know it is partly cloudy, but I heard word on the street is we're getting that.
The Canadian fires again.
Yeah, Canada is on.
Get it together.
Fire.
Yikes.
Yeah,
the world is mad at us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
But you have a
Okay. So I'm gonna start off by saying for the last several, I would say 4 months. Expanded out a little bit more. I have just felt a little bit off. My hormones feel like I have shifted. I'm breaking out like around my mouth right here and on my chin line, and it's like the under the skin acne.
Are you drinking too much Mountain Dew?
No, I feel like I live a pretty healthy lifestyle. So that's why I'm chalking it up to like something has shifted in my hormones.
Yeah.
My gut has felt like a little off. And also I have gotten like an itchy scalp up top, like right at the crown where I wear my bun almost every day. And it was like a little itchy, probably starting like 2 months ago, a little itchy, and then it was like progressively kind of getting consistent. And then I would notice I've always gone like 2-3 days without washing my hair.
Yeah.
That's normal for me.
Yeah.
But over the last 2 months, when I go 2 to 3 days, it gets oily, which my hair gets really oily really quickly anyway, always has. And I don't use dry shampoo anymore. I just don't care to. And, but like, because I don't have to go into an office, I use dry shampoo because I would go 2 to 3 days without washing my hair, so then I put dry shampoo in. But anyway, and, like, for example, last night, I knew I had this appointment. I made this appointment for today a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Because I could feel it getting worse. More itchy, more like a burning feeling. And I just knew something was up.
It was growing.
And last night, it was so bad. It was like pissing me off how bothersome it was right at the crown, and it felt like it was spreading. Like, thank God I had this appointment tomorrow because I'm losing my damn mind. So I go to the dermatologist, they look at it, and they're like, okay.
Ew.
Okay, so you have, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it correct, seborrheic dermatitis.
Huh.
Seborrheic?
Sure.
Dermatitis. Anyways, it's super common.
Oh.
However, people like me who are more like oily prone, which also like in return causes more dandruff, which I've never noticed dandruff before.
Okay.
Never have like had a flaky scalp, nothing like that. They said I had a little bit, but it's like pink up there, so it's like considered a rash.
Yeah, like that's the dermatitis part, yeah.
And but basically it's like a yeast.
Oh.
A yeast
infection
thing going on. I don't
like that word.
Penis
get put on your head or something, dirty.
Yeast build. It's just yeast buildup, which grosses me the fuck out.
You have a diagnosis.
However, they said it never goes away.
How much did that, were you like, shut up?
That was
Shut your mouth.
my face was like, if you're watching me on video, this was my face.
You expect me to live with this?
What? You're telling me this never goes away? And you're like, yeah, welcome to your 30s. And I said, oh, okay.
And then you punch the doctor and ran out the door. Like,
and so he goes, okay, so I'm going to prescribe you 2 things.
oh,
One is a shampoo that you use 2 to 3 times a week. So it'll happen like each time that I shower.
Okay.
But I'll have to use that, they said, for the rest of my life.
are you serious?
Yeah. And also, that isn't really like a shampoo. Like, he goes, they call it a shampoo, and you could use it just as your shampoo, but I would use it and then use the shampoo that you prefer to make your hair feel the way that you want it to feel.
Because this shit ain't
And then,
it.
yeah.
Like, just medicine for
Yeah.
your head. Oh
Yeah,
my
and he's
God.
like, and so you don't have to put it all over, just like put it on your scalp, and leave that in for like a minute or 2, wash it out, and then use your shampoo. And then I have a steroid, like oil, steroid like cream that I put on it, so I'll put that on it for every day for the next 2 weeks, and then I'll taper it off. I'll do it like every other day for a few days
to get rid of it, like initially.
But then when if I feel an itch spiking up, then I put the steroid like back on, and they like the lady so I had the dermatologist and then the nurse.
Okay.
And the nurse was like, I have this also. So like you know how
know,
it feels.
yeah.
So when you start to feel an itch, I just always would put the steroid cream on, and then the next day
It was gone.
It was gone. It's fine. But I'm like, this is just so wild how this isn't going to go away. Like, what the
fuck? And you've been on this whole, like, health kick of, like, eating that processed stuff and, like, all this shit. And now you have...
And it's going to be hilarious. I'm going to tell Flint, and he's going to be like, you need to stop eating bread. Dude, that is not the thing.
No, it's not bread causing...
It's not. But
the
also,
yeast isn't rising out of your head.
but also outside of, like, that symptom, oh shoot, there was something else that they told me, but I can't remember what it was, and I thought it was like, what in the actual F?
Wow. They were like,
but
you have a diagnosis and you cannot be cured.
But to like go back to like the other symptoms that I've had, I'm having like major mood swings, more on the like anger side. That has definitely been flaring up a lot. Like I said, my acne, my gut, like I just feel off. So that's why I posted on Instagram, if you follow us on Instagram, asking for your recommendations on holistic healers or holistic doctors, because I just feel like there's a deeper dive that they go into outside of normal doctors, because they do what insurance covers, and they don't really cover like the deeper dives.
Right. They're just covering up your symptoms rather than finding out what is causing this. And they don't do like the deep, they do blood work, but they don't do like the deep dive blood work to actually look at your hormones. They don't do like a gut test in terms of like this podcast that I just listened to. They did like, they just said that it's a poop test, so you poop in a thing and they like examine, and that gives you so much information about like what's going on with your gut, and your gut kind of controls everything. Yeah, for sure. Like everything starts at the mouth.
So I am interested in doing these tests, and I've been always thinking in my head, where the F do you get these tests?
Right, who's doing these?
And who's doing them, and then who's interpreting the results? Because there are companies online where you can like buy the test and send in the stuff, and they send you the results back. But how do you?
It's just telling you what's happening rather than like somebody's explaining what is actually going on.
Exactly. And so I stumbled upon this podcast episode from the podcast is called Pursuit of Wellness that I told you about, and the episode was with Naturopath, and she went into all the tests that she does, and basically was like, if you can find a naturopath in your area, they'll be able to run these tests and then explain them to you and help you get on a better track for like what's actually going on for your body specifically, and help you live your best life, because that's the journey I'm on. I feel good. I want to feel great. I want to feel my best self, and I also think it's just so neat to know what's actually going on your inside.
Right, like your vitamin levels and stuff.
And like,
do you have
any food intolerances, or
right?
Like just knowing it all, I think is so cool. Like if we have the ability to do so, wouldn't you want to?
Oh my god, I'm being blown up right now. Like, what the fuck? Hello, you're live on Midwest Happy Hour.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, what do you want? Nothing. You just want to show me these dumb hats.
Yeah, they have a trailer trash Sammy corner.
Oh wow, Kendall, just buy me something. I can't. You're blurry. Get a new phone. Buy me something.
Sorry.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
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 And so I did get some recommendations for like a holistic doctor. Yeah. However, none of them were in Bloomington.
Wah, wah,
so like, I just don't have the time right now to drive further than 30 minutes to figure out what's going on, especially if it's like something I'll consistently like go to. There was a place in Bloomington, I forgot the name of it already. It was like,
I don't know. What do you mean?
So Google naturopath doctors, Bloomington, Illinois.
Okay.
Because there were a few that popped up, and they even say naturopath in like their description.
Heavenly Health?
Yeah, Heavenly Health. They have 4.5 stars.
4.8 stars. Lacey can't read up close.
I can't.
Health appraisal, pulsed electromagnetic field, therapeutic massage.
Yeah, so it's like stuff that they don't talk about.
Neural manipulation.
They don't talk about whether or not they do these tests, so I emailed them. I'm going to see if they like do some tests and like what that journey would potentially look like. I just know it'll cost money because insurance doesn't cover stuff like that, which I think is wild. But again, insurance is also a business. They don't want you to actually get better. They want you to take the prescription medicine and just do things. And also, insurance doesn't cover a lot of preventative stuff, which is also weird.
Yeah, because they thrive on you being sick, and then they get to make more money the sicker you are. Although I do tout that like conspiracy theory or whatever, that they are trying to like keep us sick because they can make more money off of it.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like recently, the FDA has been like, obesity and alcohol and cigarettes are out of control, or nicotine rather, because it's all like vapes and stuff. Yeah. And so they're like trying to reduce the because right now I think it's 1 drink for a woman per day, 2 drinks for a man per day. So they say 7 drinks a week for a woman and 14 drinks a week for a man. Lot. Yeah, and now they're trying to reduce it to 2. That's it, 2 drinks a week. Yeah. But why? Let us drink, then we're sicker and we get to go to the doctor more, just like you guys like it.
I just think when they say things like that, it's like a ploy to make us think that they care about us. Yeah, they don't. They literally don't.
It's just trying to piss us off. The guys at the bar were like, and that's another thing they ain't going to take away from us. Alcohol. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are fine. They're not going to come for your beers.
No, they're not.
Oh, Kendall sent me, because I was asking about this one guy in Colfax. He said he was going to a meeting about how they want to take his babies away, and he's not going to let them. What? AKA his guns. And so I was like, what meetings are going on in Illinois, like NRA or something? And Kendall sent me this website, the Southern Poverty Law Center. In 2022, 35 hate and anti-government groups were tracked in Illinois. So these are all, like, most of them are in Chicago, and I think there's like one in St. Louis, but it's like, these make me laugh. Ambassadors of Christ. It's just general hate. American Defense Skinheads. There's, I don't even know, this Neo-Volkish Asatru Folk Assembly. One's just called Connecting the Dots. It's an anti-government thing. Like,
interesting.
Yeah, there was one that made me laugh. White Power Hour.
Wow. What a good name.
It's a music thing, and it's hate music.
Yikes. Like, who are these people, and like, what world do you live in?
I don't know. But it just made me laugh, because I can just, these people like, gotta go to my meeting. Like, are you only friends with other people that go to these meetings?
Probably.
Because, like, yeah, I'm not gonna be like, all right, see you after your
yes, no, I would not be friends with people.
You go like record that. For the White Power Hour. Like, no. Oh my God, figure it out.
Right. How wild is that?
How much time do you have in your life? You know, people are out here having stuff grow on their scalps. Okay, these are the real problems in America.
Exactly. Oh, my condition! Don't make fun of my condition.
Oh my God, do you have a condition?
I do.
And we don't even know how to say it.
No. Seborrheic dermatitis. Seborrheic. It's SEBORRREHEIC.
Hold on, start that again.
SEBORREHEIC. I had the doctor spell it.
You did not spell it right either. So how do I get it to like tell me what it is? Come on, Google. Dermatitis pronunciation. Whoops. Pronunciation. Bam. Come on.
Seborrheic dermatitis.
Seborrheic dermatitis. Seborrheic. Seborrheic.
Yep.
Dermatitis.
But at least it's treatable. Not cure. It's unfortunate that's not curable, but at least it's treatable. However, I just don't believe things like that.
What do you mean? You're the one with it. You're the one
I don't believe that things aren't curable. I think your body is amazing and can do things.
Lacey, people have like ALS and are like paralyzed and stuff. You're not like coming back from these items of disease. Okay. Like, you know. Like,
you're right, but things
like being very ableist. Oh my God, do you feel like everybody should just be able to cure their own stuff? Okay, says the freaking yeast head. Like, gross stuff on your head. Why don't you just cure it? Think better thoughts. Like, what's wrong with you? You can just wish it away. Oh my God.
No, but speaking of like my anger flare-ups, not my yeast flare-ups, my anger flare-ups.
Could be correlated.
It could be, honestly.
Could be stress.
I don't know.
Trying to kill you.
But, so speaking of that, and my mom mommy issues.
Yeah.
And how she just angers the shit out of me. Today I was like, okay, I need to just set up my therapy appointment. So I was calling my therapist or calling like the whatever, the number through, so it's like through insurance. Not through BetterHelp. I would prefer probably BetterHelp. You probably get a better range of therapists there, but whatever. It's free.
Yeah.
So I am in the process of calling them, and I'm on the phone with the lady giving her my information, and my mom freaking calls me. And iPhone needs to do a better job of explaining. Okay, when it says end and accept, I'm trying to hit the end of her calling me, not the end of the call I'm currently on. And so I'm dropping the phone. I hung up on the lady and answered my mom's phone call. And then I was pissed, so then I hung up on my mom. Thankfully, the lady called me back, but I freaked the F out. And Haley's like, I don't know if this is like a good sign that you're freaking out while you're trying to call your therapist. But my anger lately has been off the freaking charts. And I will just...
You were having a moment.
Yes, but and here's the thing. I'm having too many of those, like, short burst moments. Like, I'll burst, and then I'll be like, Lacey,
calm down.
So I'm able to, like, get out of them quickly.
Right.
But it's, like, those moments where I don't want to get to those moments.
Right.
And I've always had anger issues. Like, as a child, like, quick to anger, quick to, like, freak out, and then calm down. Right. I've always been able to, like, calm back down.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm being irrational.
Right. It's just like you like see red really quickly and then you go
real quick. And then I'm like, okay, hey, everyone, we're fine. And I expect everyone to be cool with my anger lash out. I've always been like that. And so I set up the appointment. The appointment is tomorrow. It's a phone call at 5:00. Yeah. So we'll see how that is. I do better. It doesn't have to be like in person, but I hope that I have the option of like being like a FaceTime or a Zoom or something like that, because I do better with face,
right? Like, because you don't want
being able to connect,
especially
better
like
that way.
Therapy might feel like you say something and that girl goes, okay,
right?
You know, and you're like, are you good? Like, are you listening?
Right. Exactly. But there have been a lot of things that have been triggering me more lately with my mom. Honestly, just like the sound of her voice triggers me.
Me too.
And I don't know if you've ever heard this. Even though when she says stuff, I feel like I let it go. But I think I hold on to it subconsciously, so then I get triggered easily throughout the day by my toddlers.
Well, they're doing it on purpose anyways. Like Grant and Graham, they're trying to piss you off.
They want to push my buttons, but that's their job right now. Their job is to push and see how far they can go.
Right.
That's just what
and your
toddlers
job
do.
is
And
to
my
remain
job,
calm.
yes, and my job is to remain calm. And right now, I feel like I'm getting a little too like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Instead of like, buddy,
dude, knock it off, or
let's take a.
You want a yeast infection?
I'll give it to you.
I'll transfer this right to you, bud. You're stressing out, Mommy. Her head's gonna flare up. If you make me use my shampoo, I'm gonna be pissed. These poor kids.
Oh God! But so I hope that the therapy, like I am nervous to do therapy. I've never done it before,
Right?
But like, for example, another example that like cringes me out, like, and just like pisses me off to know, and for I don't know why, but. Growing up, when me and my mom would like say "love you, good night," we would say "I love you this much," or
right, like
no, sorry,
I love you more.
I love you more.
Yeah.
Yes, it was I love you more. No, I love you more. I love you more. And I was a mommy's girl. I was like a child.
Yeah.
But when she says, like, she started this new thing where she wants to bring it back up. So she's been saying "I love you more," and it pisses me off
because she like doesn't deserve it anymore, because it's like you ruined it. You should have, because it maybe
she's also expecting me to say "I love you more," and I don't mean it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you're like, maybe when I was a kid I meant it, and then you ruined it. Like
it honestly makes me physically ill. Like, I get an upset stomach.
But do you think she means
when I like force it out? I forced it out before, and I'm like, I'm no longer doing this because it like has made me feel ill. Guys, this is why I need to see a therapist. I should not be having these feelings.
Well, people have all kinds of feelings.
I know,
okay.
But
yeah, well, it's your mom. Your
she texted me at the dermatologist today. First of all, she was blowing up my phone. She thought I was mad. I've already talked to her. I've already talked to her this morning
before 8 a.m.
Before 8 a.m., which is the typical. But we. So during that time when I was calling the therapist, I answer her phone call and then hang up, and then she blows my phone up multiple times while I'm still trying to figure out this therapy session. Yes. And then she calls me. She's called me pretty much nonstop since then. She called me on the way to the dermatologist. Guys, this is like a 4-hour time span. It's nothing crazy. No. Blowing up my phone. I am just not in the mood to talk to her, so I'm not answering. But then she texts me like a bunch of question marks and then goes, "Never mind." And then
you're making
and then she just texted me, "I love you more," while I was sitting in the waiting room, and I was like, what a trigger. What a trigger. I am tired of feeling triggered. I'm tired of being fake and having a fake relationship and having fake conversations because she's bullshitting me the whole entire time, and it's just nothing about how her life sucks and how it's just all the things. And I'm so exhausted. I want to be 100% for my family, and that is it.
Right, because when she says it, she's putting it on you, and she probably feels better when she tells you whatever's going on.
Even though I think our conversations, like I just let it go like in one ear and out the other, I think I hold on to it subconsciously.
Right.
And I just need to not do that. I didn't talk to her all this past weekend because we were down in Tennessee, and I just wasn't never on my phone and whatever.
Right.
And it was lovely. I felt no anger. I felt no stress. I've just was with my family, and it was fantastic. And unfortunately, I don't want to cut her off completely. I just don't know how to handle it or manage it. I don't know.
Yeah,
therapy, help me.
Yeah, but it's got to be like you're gonna have to make the change in the relationship because she won't change. She's just gonna keep doing what she's doing because she's getting out of it whatever she wants.
And if I am truthful to her about how I feel or whatever, like, she doesn't absorb anything that I say. So it's not anything that I can say that'll make a change. Right. It would literally be me refusing to talk to her.
Yeah.
Unless it's on my terms.
Yeah.
But that makes me so sad because then I think about her life, and her life is so sad. She's basically alone. She has no one. But she does it to herself.
Yeah, literally why? Why does she have nobody and not have anybody to talk to?
I need to let go of the feelings of the feelings that she has, and I just need to protect my own. Like, I need to stop caring that she's alone and that she's depressed and that she's sad and that she has these mental health issues and all this other stuff. But then I'm like, but she has mental health issues. So then shouldn't I be like sympathetic and like trying to like help her out? But then I'm like, again, she did all that to herself.
Yeah, and not if it's a detriment to your life.
Yeah, and it has been. Unfortunately, it's so sad. And then I talked to her caseworker, and I learned new things
that are bullshit.
That are such bullshit. And it's like,
yep, she's just still out there doing dumb shit because she has no
not the person who I thought she was my entire life.
Yeah, that's rough. Rough.
Man. Therapy, help me.
Write that down to talk to your therapist tomorrow.
I'm literally, thank God I'm an open book because we're going to start the conversation. I'm like, okay, so here's everything.
Here is my mom, and this is my problem.
And I need help.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. I feel like it'll be great to like get that off your chest and actually talk to somebody else about it who probably will validate your feelings and be like, yeah, that's crazy.
Right,
that she
because
does that to you.
Another part that I struggle with is like I go back on those feelings that I have in terms of like, oh, but am I right to feel that way?
Yeah, whatever you're feeling is fine. Yeah. No matter what. Anytime. I just talked to my cousin who had lunch with my grandma who like I don't really speak to, and we had a great talk, and she was like, I do therapy, and I was like, good. Like, right. So she was like, it was fine, whatever, I'm glad that I went, and I was like, I'm not gonna go. I don't feel the need to, because my grandma basically called everybody and was like, I'm not going to make it too much longer. And then, I mean, really, that's just not even true at all. Like, she's not on hospice. Like, you go on hospice whenever you're not going to make it much longer. Other people, people are on hospice for like a year. Yeah. Like, it's not like, you just, they let you just, she has caretakers. It's not like they just are going to be like,
they're not.
It's looking to be the end for you there.
Yeah, Hospice's job is really to just make you comfortable until the end.
Right. And that's when you're dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, turns out my grandma's not on hospice, so I think that means that she's probably not dying. And she just doesn't, and it just solidified like she doesn't, she's still smoking cigarettes all the time.
Yeah.
They eat like TV dinners because she just doesn't like walk around or anything.
My grandpa ate TV dinners for a very long time, and he lived to 95.
Dude, my grandparents are going to live to be 95. She called everybody. She's 78 and was like, I'm going to die. And, but you know what the best part is it's going to be a miracle from God that she lives.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, wow.
Perfect. Good job, Grandma. I never thought of this. But my cousin did. She was like, well, yeah, don't you know? Like, if she makes it to Christmas, it's a miracle from God. I was like, oh, shit. I never thought of that, but you're right. Like, that's exactly what it'll be. She'll be like, I'm dying. My heart's giving out. And then in a couple months, she's going to be like, oh, a gift from God. I'm still alive. Go buy me another pack of smokes, Like,
how weird. So that's like her thing.
A pack of smokes?
No, her thing is that it's a gift from God.
Oh, everything's God. Oh, everything's God. I don't know why God is doing this to me. My children are all with God. But, her life is sad and hard. Like, all of her siblings have died. She's lost her two daughters. She only has 2 sons left. Like, yeah, I bet that sucks. You're not gonna, or I'm not going to subject myself to that, nonsense. I don't know. I just have no, desire, and I don't really need any, because whatever, it'll just be the same. It's always been the same. Every time I'm like, oh, I'll go visit him or whatever, and it's like, she just cries about how her life sucks and whatever, and I'm like, whatever. Sorry your life sucks. I don't know. Go outside more. I heard it's good for you.
Can we just get rid of all of these nut jobs?
Yeah, about how your
life
Leave me alone.
Sucks. Can we just I just want to be in a bubble of peace, love, and happiness.
Me too.
And I feel like I feel like hopefully this new journey of being in therapy or whatever
and
will
having a
help
condition
me, and having this condition is really going to push me to be my best self.
You're just you're starting a new thing now, and hopefully
I hope that I can protect learn how to protect my mental state.
Right. I feel like that's
get different tools, or dive deeper into, maybe there's deeper feelings that I just haven't uncovered as to why I just snap to anger. Because I hate it. I've always hated it.
Right. But even maybe just, like, getting everything out there to, like, somebody else who doesn't really know what's going on will make you go, like, okay, now I feel good. And then you don't have to be, you're like, all right, whatever. I will tell my therapist about this later.
Right. And I know also it is about, like, my hormones. I know, like, there's a shift, and I know your hormones also play, like, a huge role into how you're feeling and your mental state and just literally everything.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm so interested into finding a naturopath and, like, diving deeper into all of that and taking those tests and just figuring out my body, because I just want to be optimal. It's not like I'm angry all the time.
Right.
Or whatever. Like,
that's probably not a condition. That's probably just...
that's not the condition.
You're feeling every once in a while.
I just want to be the best person I can be for specifically my kids and my husband, because...
Right.
Like, I had kind of the opposite with my mom. And I just don't want that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Here they come to wreck the day.
Yeah, here they come.
Yeah.
Do we want to keep going, or do we want to...
Should we just try and keep going? And, like, see what
let's
happens?
just see what happens.
Because Flint's going to have to, like, go back to work.
Okay, there's one thing I wanted to ask
Therapy
you.
starts tomorrow.
Oh. Do you ever check Pat's phone?
Do you check Pal's phone? You have such shitty handwriting. It's so funny. Yeah, I know. No. I don't
Do you, but so. Not... Like, you never check it? You're never curious?
No.
I do.
You
not
check
Pat's phone.
You check Patrick's
but
phone for me?
But not in a way that...
because also... Okay, I know what it is. Is because Flint won't tell you. You have to get the information for yourself.
Well, that's some cases where, like stuff is going on or plans are being made, and I have zero idea of the plans being made.
So you're like, let me just read this.
I just need to figure it out myself. That's a lot, because we do a lot of things with this family, and sometimes I won't be it'll just be like his siblings in a group text or whatever, and they're planning something, and then I won't know until like the day before or the day of, and I'm like, Flint, you guys have been talking about this for the last 2 weeks.
Right.
You should have told me.
But that's not the only time?
That's not the only time, because I just feel like I never want to be left out of conversations or things. Like, if I see him laughing, I'll be like, what are you talking about? What's going on? He's like, I'm just bullshitting with my guys. Like, what? I go, no, but tell me, is it funny? I want to know. And he's like, no. Like, leave.
Is he sad, boy?
Take him upstairs.
Do you have a meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, then just leave him here.
I'm just sleeping in the car.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We got it. Great, come here. You want to do the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You gotta sit here and be a good boy.
But
Here, write some stuff down to talk about.
Yeah. Here.
Write some stuff down to tell us what to talk about.
Yeah. But I just feel left out. I feel like I need to know everything that's going on. What are you talking about? Who are you talking to? Not in like a possessive way or that I care who he's talking to. It's just, I want to know.
Oh my God, no, I don't.
And he's like, why are you up my ass?
Well, it's because
like,
you want to know.
But it's like, I just want to know. Like, I have it's not about trust. It's not about anything. I am just curious.
No, I don't. Also, Patrick doesn't talk to anybody.
I know.
Which is, like, known that he is, like, impossible to get a hold of.
Because
so, like,
just not.
Yeah, his friends will just call me. Because he's more like...
the mailman.
Yeah, like, Patrick and I, if you go, hey, do you want to hang out tomorrow? I just go, yeah. Or I go, well, I have this to do, but afterwards, yeah. And Patrick will automatically just go, no. So then he doesn't have to... He would rather just, like, stay at home.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't... His thing is always, don't make plans for me.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't care what you want to do. You're doing whatever I do. Yeah. No, but no, nobody is usually like... Or I'll be like, who you texting? Like, it's unusual for his phone to keep going off. And he'll be like, my mom. Or, like, Cole or whatever. Like,
if I see Flint, like, over there texting, I'm like, who are you talking to?
And then he's like...
But it's also, like, if I see him, like, on Reddit or something, I'm like, what are you reading about? And he's like...
Dude.
Nothing. Dude. He'll do that too, and it'll make me so angry. Why can't you just tell me what you're reading?
You're so annoying. That's why he's like, fuck this.
Nope, not gonna tell you.
I'm telling you.
But if it's like a big, or if I see like a text and it's like a big, like a bigger,
I'm
like, ooh, what's happening? Tell me.
No.
Tell me it all. I need to know it all, and I need to know right now.
Right now. I also don't think that Patrick and I are really on our phones a bunch, and I am like, Yeah, Grant, eat the nanner. If I'm texting someone, then I just tell him what's happening, and he goes, "Oh, what are you doing? Are you making plans? Like, put it on the calendar." That's how we communicate. We have this huge whiteboard calendar, and I write everything down on it, and then that's how we know what's going on in our lives. But yeah, no, I don't really check his phone. The only time years ago, like before your wedding, I was like, why is this person your best friend on Snapchat?
Yeah.
So I didn't even have to get into his phone. I already know everything anyways. So I don't need to get in his phone and see what's going on. I know it all.
Yep.
People go, saw Patrick yesterday. I go, where was he at? What's he doing?
I'm going to put a poll. Write it down.
Yeah, do you check
Write it down.
Do you check your other's phone?
Yeah, do you check your
thank you.
partner's phone? Or do you ask them? And is it because you're just curious up their butt and you just want to know everything? Or is it out of jealousy or trust issues?
Right.
If it's out of trust issues, man, I'm sorry, because that's rough.
Yeah, I was going to say,
that's rough.
Yeah, this is maybe if somebody's been texting somebody on the side or whatever.
Yeah, that's rough. I would not want to be in your shoes.
Patrick,
I would not want to have that feeling of like ick.
No, and if Patrick tried to like have an affair, it would be so quickly obvious because he doesn't. I would be like, who are you texting more than twice? Your mom? And if it's not your mom, what woman are you talking to? Because like, super unusual. Oh, great job, Grant. You're such a big boy. Yeah. Eating your own nanner.
But no, I just want to know. I just want to know all the things. No. I don't want to feel left out. I want to be included in the conversation. I want...
Baby Flint wants a little bit of like privacy.
Yeah.
Yes,
dude, I know.
That's why Patrick has his own game room and he can play Xbox with his buddies. And then, but you know what I do? It sucks now because he flipped his couch around so he can't really see me. But like he'll be in his game room with headphones on so he can't hear me, you know? Yeah. And so I'll just walk by. But like it's in between like the living room and the bathroom, you know? I mean, I have to like, or the bedroom or whatever. And so I'll just walk by and I'll like slightly look in there. And then I'll just walk back by. And then he'll go like take his headphone off or whatever. And then I'll just walk back by again. He'll be like, what are you doing? I'll be like, nothing. And he'll be like, stop. What are you looking at? Quit looking at me. Quit walking by here. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Or I'll go in there and I'll be like, get up. Like, we're going. One time I crept up behind him on his love seat and I put him in a stranglehold. And I just like started slowly taking him off the couch, like as he's in the middle of playing games. And he was like going, she's killing me, guys, help somebody. Just like slowly peeled him off the couch.
That's fun.
It was.
Life without kids is a little bit more, like you can do things like that. That doesn't even come into my mind anymore because it's just consumed about childhood.
Oh no, I'll go in and I'll be like, I'll just start going, ow, quit, stop, and like his buddies can hear me and he'll be like, what are you doing? I'll go, don't hit me again, please. And he'll have to be like, okay, Haley, quit. I don't hate you.
I got an itchy.
Oh, no. We gotta go put Haley. Oh, Grant being on the podcast.
What are you doing?
That was a little ASMR there with your chewing. That's going to really throw Patrick off if he listens to this. Trigger warning. There's chewing. What? All done?
Yes.
Nuh-uh, you still have a banana left.
Okay.
Do you check your mommy's phone?
Huh?
Do you check mommy's phone to make sure you know what's going on?
He's too obsessed with this banana. Man, there's a lot of traffic on my road.
People are getting packages.
Yes, then put it on the table. I don't care about the banana.
Right there.
Right
Thank
there.
you.
Save it later for your brother.
Yep.
Brother from another
before it gets all browned up.
Do I have anything?
Yes, you're on the podcast, my friend.
Oh, do you guys have bug out bags?
What's that?
It's like if the world starts to end or whatever and you have to go really quickly, then you have like a couple bags.
No,
with, like,
but I need to. We
some
need
water, diapers.
Yes. You can can water. Did you know that?
Yeah. You can can anything. That's how they lived back in the day.
We've been canning a lot of tomatoes.
Ooh, yeah, I bet. Dude, speaking of, you need to pick your garden. It's like,
I know. Well, we've been gone.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. It needs,
Yeah.
needs a little picking through. Hey, we're not turning it off yet. We're still going.
Handsy here.
All right, do you want to send us off? You want to tell everybody goodbye? Say thank you for listening.
Did you listen me?
Okay, say it's another Midwest happy hour.
No, Mr. Wapier.
Say love you. Cheers.
Love you. Cheers.
You want cheers with the cup, the big cup?
A bit?
Yeah. Can you do a cheers? Careful. Cheers.
Oh my gosh,
Jesus.
that was loud.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you guys for joining.
Thank you.
Nice 40-minute session.
Hope you enjoyed this quickie.
Yep.
No more data. No more data.
No, Daddy doesn't get a turn.
He's so funny.
All right.
All right. Love
Bye,
you.
everyone. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.